your life is on the line and you know that you're on an oxygen tank and they're going to put two in your head, see what you do. Because the bottom line is that me, I'm one person. I can never miss.
Guy's not being loyal to you. How could you be loyal to him? Yeah. And whether you're your father or not. So, but it's always been hard because it was my father.
The word came down, this guy had to go. We didn't know nothing about him until the last minute. And I liked him. I liked Billy. He was a nice guy, but...
Welcome to the show.
You got to hold them accountable. You're not the only one that's doing it. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm anxious to see now how far, because so far what the other guy is saying, there is not much meat there. I mean, he's going to have a rat of the month, and so far what he said is what you said is a whole lot more, has a whole lot more substance than what he said so far. But we'll see when he really gets into it. I don't know.
I think he's gonna focus on like Ralph Natali, and that other guy that cooperated against him down there.
Say hello to my dog. Say hello.
That's a big dog, man.
Say
hey, Bobby. Hey, but I thought it was gonna be like this big.
No, when I got my knees done, I got my two knees replaced about 8 months ago, a year ago, and I bought this dog. And so ever since then, he's only a year and a half. Ever since then, because I've been home a lot, he's been on my lap since he's a puppy. Now, he's just like a lap dog, and now I feel guilty when. So now it's just me and him, except for these podcasts.
He looks like the dog on Fraggle Rock, kind of, but black.
What? Oh,
remember the dog on Fraggle Rock?
No, I don't. No. He's a Labradoodle. His name is Buddy. That's my dude. Anyway, look, I wish you a lot of luck. You come down pretty hard on. I can't say what you're saying is wrong. I don't know, and you're getting a lot of action, and I understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. If you're going to have a podcast, and this is a podcast, and just like people hold you accountable, you got to hold them accountable. You're not the only one that's doing it. I mean, Mickey Scars is doing it with Gravano, and even Michael Franchise. he went toe to toe with Gravano.
Yeah,
and it all seemed, you're right in one way. Everybody is a cooperator. Them guys are all cooperators, like born again, and yet 99% of their stuff is mob related. It's all about how many guys I killed and this and that. And I guess that's what and maybe it's
can
like,
they save kids without that? Yes, they can. They can still explain the stories without glorifying the bullshit.
Yeah, but you can't get the audience without the bullshit. That's the problem. The mob genre is so big now that it's like a false leader. You say, yeah, come on, kids, we're going to give you a big ice cream, and you get them in the store, and then you try to teach them their ABCs, which they don't want to know. So maybe it's a false leader. I know that when I first started my thing, I could give a fuck less about the podcast, really, because at the time they were going to do the movie right the year before, the month before COVID started in 2019, 2020. So I started this thing just because Frankie Vincent told me we'll use this as a promo into that, and so that's how we started it. And then a series of events happened after that it never happened. But when I decided to continue this after the COVID stopped Sony Pictures and Village Roadshow, after Frank Vallango got killed, and now the writer's strike, the only way that I could get audiences in the beginning was my first thing was my meeting with Tommy Lucchese. I had to throw that in. If I would have had my first horse race, who the fuck was going to listen? Nobody.
Yeah, but are you glorifying the life? Not
no,
really.
no. I'm just the opposite. I just don't understand how guys like these guys that we're talking about get involved when they know. I mean, you can't be a fucking idiot. I mean, these guys are all 20, 30 years younger than me. I knew in the 70s and 80s that, especially once the RICO Act started, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And I've been directly involved, even though I wasn't a made guy, but directly involved with the top guys. Yeah, you have to see. I'd sit there and all these guys, 20, 30 guys outside the clubhouse, all at clubs at night. No, half of them are penniless. Some of them are working jobs just to stay alive, but they love that life. They love the glamour and all the bullshit and the girls that go with it. I guess you just fall into that trap. And the guys, like, to me, Larry Mazza, Mikey Scars, Michael, very, very sharp guys. They could probably be the CEO of any company.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. But maybe, like you said, 90% of their content is mob related, and then but maybe it's just to get their audience. So maybe
now John Alay is Rambo. He's the Rambo of the mafia. He was in every sit down. He killed every guy that died in the mob, and baseball batted half the population. So I think he could tell his normal story without saying he shoved a 12-inch knife up his ass and then killed 2 guards in Brazilian prison and they didn't kill him there for that. Total bullshit. Like, come on. The shit he says is so nonsense. It's like make-believe fairy tale shit. He said 5 guys with Uzis came to his property, right? Like on Scarface, creeping through the shadows. He heard an alarm going off. He grabbed his guns and he killed them all, right, on his property. And the cops never found the bodies.
Well, what can I say? You know a lot more about that. Yeah, I mean, that's what you do. You look into all of this stuff. So I'm sure everything you're saying is 100% correct. I again make excuses like I just made. Maybe they have to talk about the mob stuff to get the audience, to let them know that, look, this is what I used to do to get the audience, but this is what I'm doing now. So help support this thing. I'm very shocked. I think I heard that Dominic Cavalli started some kind of a fund to try to help people that really need help, and that he was going to double the $50. I was shocked. I mean, if he has 15,000 subscribers, how could each subscriber not send in $10 at least? Bring the thing up to 15, 20,000. Mike puts on the other 20. Now you got 50,000. If you're going to help somebody, who the fuck are you going to help with $150? I was surprised at that. I thought he'd pushed out a little bit more rather than trying to help Gene Barillo. But whatever. I'm sure he's trying to do the right things. And maybe, just maybe, because there's another thing that I'm looking at. Every one of them is coming out with a wine or a gin or a vodka.
Drink, some kind of alcohol, right? All of them need alcohol and cigars and knives and bats. They all need that.
Yeah.
Part of their collection.
I don't know. Hey, look, whatever spins the boat. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, definitely. I'm going to have you on again. We're going to talk about some more things.
When I was your age and a guy my age told me, yeah, but calm down. Just just relax, take it easy, and speak facts. This way, no matter what happens, you win. So that's my only advice to you. I started to watch your other show just before I walked my dog. The show with that
Michio Monday.
Yeah. I started to watch that. That just started, right? You just
I
started?
have 2 episodes. There's 2 out.
Yeah, I gotta. In fact, when we stop here, I'm gonna go watch that. I wish you a lot of luck in everything that you do. You obviously do a lot of research, and I don't know what else you do to make any money, but I wish you a lot of luck in all that you do, and just be careful. And if you speak the truth, you're gonna win all the lawsuits, and you don't have to worry about nothing. And you'll have a lot of guys on your side like me. Just tell the truth, and this way you can't have somebody like Mikey Scars going through a book or something saying that Bill was full of shit here and here and here. So right now nobody could say it. They could just tell you, just get mad at you for exposing people that maybe they have the right to be exposed. Who knows? You know, I don't know. I don't get into that.
If they change their tone, I would change my tone, but they're trying to prove how tough they are, have omerta tattoos. You're a cooperator. Anyone with an omerta tattoo, fucking major red flag. Run away from them people. They're gonna tell on you. That's it. Like, it's just crazy.
You know, like you said, we could talk. There's a million stories that I could tell you, and I'm sure, and you were kind enough to let me run my mouth. Anytime you want to do this again, we'll do it. In the meantime, I wish you a lot of luck. Just do your research, tell the truth, and don't worry about the lawsuits, because if you're right, you're right, and if you're wrong, you're going to get chopped up. So chop up the ones that deserve it, and that's it. My dog is nipping on my ankles. Let's go out. So good luck with your new show, and that's it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Larry. It's been a blast having you on. It's always great having you on. You got a lot of information, and we'll definitely do this again. I appreciate you. And if you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like it, start your own podcast.